Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Escape Pod. Thank you so much for escaping with us. That's Andrew, and I'm Alex.
And as always, with great power comes great fight.
Feeling a little silly today.
Phase 5 ability.
There you go.
We're going to rank all Phase 5 movies.
Yes, because is Phase 5 over?
You told me it was.
Yes.
But you're wrong a lot. Can you look it
right.
up?
Yeah.
Marv?
That's Marv? I think he's more of a pixie.
What?
It's a stripper name.
Yeah.
Would you strip? You stripping?
Yeah.
How much?
Okay.
Anyway.
So we're going to be, on this episode, we are going to be ranking the Phase 5 movies so far.
We're getting a thumbs up.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, The Marvels, Deadpool, Wolverine, Captain America: Brave New World, and Thunderbolts. So we're going to be ranking all those. We've got an agree or disagree.
We got a new segment
Yes.
that we debuted on the Patreon last
Correct.
week.
They really liked it on the Patreon, so we're going to start doing it. It's we don't have a proper name for it yet, so please comment below if you come up with a name for it. But right now we're calling it Best Performances. I'm going to name an actor, and just like agree or disagree, we're going to 3, 2, 1 and say their best performance, debate about it, and then but before we get into all that, let's start with a hot seat,
seat.
high-low Buffalo, or both.
I want to do a hot seat.
Let's do it.
We can improv a high-low Buffalo, but
Sure.
yeah. Let's do it. Let's get into the weeds.
All right.
Let's make it a healthy 5 minutes.
All right. You want to go first, or shall I?
I'll ask you first.
All right. Cool. 3.
If you have any suggestions, Pixie.
Thank you.
No. What's your name? You're my secretary.
Tina.
Tina. Tina's in the house. Yeah, let's get spicy. Here we go.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
You just got back from Florida. Best part of the trip. As if that's spicy.
Meals.
It's always meals.
I ate a lot of good food and I miss it.
Best meal you had.
There are just some like barbecue places near me and like sports bars, like burger joints and stuff that like those are my favorite places when I go home. So yeah.
Most annoying thing I've done recently.
There was a day.
I went to Josh's.
Yeah. But it was like very low stakes. But it was before before my trip and like you went to Josh's and it would have been like really optimal for us to have filmed that day, but you ended up filming. So like it was only like a 30-minute period where I was like, he's at Josh's, dang. But you came home and you filmed and you locked in and it was wonderful. So no, you're very much on my good list right now. I talked very positively about you on this trip.
Yeah? Give me 2 or 3 things you said about me. And to whom?
I spent like 20 to 30 minutes breaking down your glow up with people at I went home for a wedding.
Were you showing them visual representations?
Yes, and they were like Andrew is so much more handsome, and I'm like, I don't think you understand it. Like it's everything, and we went like like the like how much cleaner your beard is from when it was shaggier, and the hair is obviously a game changer. It's it's a game changer.
Onion sent a picture of me from like 2014.
Wow.
And they're like, oh, so you really did have that haircut for 27 years.
Yeah.
What do you do to relax?
Do you want a PC answer or a not so PC answer?
It's our podcast. When have we ever?
All right, just asking.
I wouldn't go Patreon level.
All right, yeah, I'll whack it.
Okay.
That's a big part of it.
Like 90% of the way you relax is whacking it?
Post-whack relaxation. Maybe a poop. While I'm pooping, I whack it. Then I shower. Then I lay down. That's peak relaxation for me. There's no more relaxed than I'm going to get.
Sorry I asked.
Thought you would.
What is one thing you would change about yourself physically?
Oh, I'd change plenty. Maybe if I could only change one thing, maybe my arms. Or
That's what you're going with?
No, this. I don't know.
I'm kidding. What about your arms?
Oh, I just have really skinny arms.
So you want like some?
Yeah, but like I can do that. Like hypothetically, I could eat better and then work out.
Just lift things.
Yeah. So maybe my like jaw and chin. I get a lot of chin comments. I don't know. I don't really care about my neck, even though I probably should. I don't really care about my chole, even though I probably should, or my nose. Or
is the chole like a health problem?
You can get a surgery to fix it.
No, but like, does it cause like? Can you not breathe
it can,
properly?
but my case doesn't really.
Okay, so yeah, you don't have to change that.
No.
So you just want like a little skin meat on the bones.
Yeah, I would love to be able to gain weight better. I do eat a lot. Like I'm not like, I don't starve myself, but I do look like I starve myself. I'm really skinny. Yeah.
I want you to rank the following 4 based on number 1.
You're not. This isn't English so far.
No. I got it. Let me cook. The following 4 people are going to be trying to kill you, and they're determined to kill you. And I want you to rank them based on who you would most want coming after you.
Okay. So 1 is the least likely to kill me.
Correct. Or you can think of it as these people will probably kill you, which is the worst one to have to go through.
Yeah.
Either one.
Yeah.
Me. Zach. John Kramer. This is Jigsaw. And then the Joker.
Oh, shit. John Kramer will be 4.
Okay.
The Joker is 3.
Okay.
And then it's you and Zach. You would be 2. Zach would be 1. Zach would be so gay and nice about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so sorry. I have to kill you.
But he's determined.
Yeah, but he would just be sad as he's doing it.
Yeah.
And it would be quick.
I wouldn't.
And it would be nice. And
I'd be sad.
You would be sad, but you would also, like, you would be so obnoxious about it. You'd be like, this is for Cars 2.
Yeah.
This is for Revenge of the Sith.
But that would be hilarious. And we'd get a lot of views on TikTok.
You would get a lot of views on TikTok. I'd be dead.
You'd be dead.
So not only would you kill me, but you would directly benefit from my killing. So that makes...
So I should be number 1.
No.
Help a brother out.
This guy.
All right.
You're terrible.
We start a cult.
Yeah.
Give me 3 rules that people must follow to join our cult.
Yeah. Well, number 1, this is something you and I texted about recently. I don't want any slander for Avengers 1. No Avengers 1 slander in our cult. I recently rewatched it, and it was just... It's one of the best superhero movies of all time. It's
so well packaged. It's so good.
I'm going to say a lot of positive things on this episode about Thunderbolts because I've watched it a couple times now, and everybody knows my scores improve when I rewatch things. But, like, Thunderbolts is just, like, significantly worse. And Thunderbolts is so great. But it's just, like, Avengers 1 is better in every single way. It's crazy.
Correct.
So that's rule number 1 with our cult. Rule number 2 with our cult is everybody has to think we're both funny.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, I don't want no competition where we are going around being like, well, I'm funny, because
it's fractures. And
that's how we start Civil War, actually.
Yeah.
That's how it starts in Captain America Civil War. It was a subplot that they cut from the movie.
Yeah, they're like, Captain America's jokes aren't, I don't get his references.
Exactly.
And then they're fighting at an airport.
Exactly.
Yep.
So we can't fight at an airport. And number 3, there's a lot of like cults that are like suicide cults, and like there's like a suicide pact or whatever. Our cult is going to have a strict no suicide policy. Under any circumstance, you don't kill yourself. It's I think we're gonna
no Kool-Aid.
We're gonna turn the cult genre on its head.
On its head. I like that.
By taking away the suicide aspect.
Glaze Avengers, we're both funny. Can't kill yourself.
Bang.
That sounds like a great cult to me.
Yeah.
Am I still going? Are we good?
No, we're cooked. You give me one last question, or you can give me 2 or 3, or we could just keep going and do 6 minutes.
I have 3 more, so I'm going to do 3 more.
Do 3 more.
What's the most overglazed movie of the last year?
Oh, that's a great question. Does this include last year?
Yeah.
Inside Out 2.
Interesting.
I think a lot of people think it's better than it is. And then obviously it's the highest grossing movie of the last 3 years. I think it's the highest grossing movie since the podcast has been around. And so that's
Except Days Out 2.
Oh yeah, forgot about that one. Yeah, in America.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like I just don't think it's that great. I think it's like a 6 or 7 out of 10. Like, it was cute. I laughed a bunch. Whatever. I'm not the biggest fan of that franchise. That's overrated. That's a great question, by the way. I'm going to ask you that one.
Thank you. Okay, you got to think about this one just a little bit. So you have to genuinely think. So this includes everyone in the house. What someone in the house you could see actually happening.
Yeah. Nobody's killing my mother.
Right. It's not something that bad.
Yeah.
But what do you think could happen that would genuinely piss you off the most by someone in the house? So you have to pick the person and what they would do.
Yeah.
And it has to be something that you could actually see happening.
Is there no chance that Dylan and Rachel sleep together? Is that too unrealistic?
No, yeah, that's too unrealistic.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Now her and Zach, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point. They're getting very close. Zach's thrilled.
Zach is fist pumping the air. Homosexuality gets you get away with a lot of stuff.
Have you seen that Pete Davidson?
Yeah, or you great.
The fondlers he calls them. That's hilarious. Hilarious. It's a good question. There's so many.
I go to Josh like 2 days in a row.
No, like there's got to be something worse than that. But Jake is our new roommate.
Okay.
And Jake is our employee. Mm-hmm. Right? He's our editor. And will, as the podcast grows, he will grow and have more jobs, responsibilities for us. Thank you. Maybe you'd do better on Jeopardy.
Spider-Man.
And we don't know him that well. Mm-hmm. We like him a lot, and he's been great having at the house and this and that, but I don't know him well enough to say for a fact that he wouldn't do this. And like maybe we have some kind of falling out or something, and he maybe goes on the internet and says bad things about us and says that we are bad bosses and lies, because we aren't. Well, I think we're really good to him, and I think we're good people. Nice. But yeah, like just says something, that would potentially hurt our careers. That would be baseless. I imagine would be.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so that would
totally
be
fair.
Very upsetting.
My trust of people has plummeted.
It's funny. Speaking of trust, like one of the things I was going to say when you asked it, but I talked about this on the trip. This was one of the times that I glazed you. Is Andrew is entirely in charge of the money. I don't touch the money. You pay me out and I assume that you're correct.
Yeah.
And
I have my mother double check me the actual,
yes.
That's her job as a CPA. So yeah, she comes back in.
And my mother had this conversation with me a couple weeks ago, but then when I was talking to somebody else about it, they started having, and they were like, you're not terrified that he's going to screw you? Like you barely know this guy. You met this guy by doing the podcast.
Yeah.
And I was just like it would be more unrealistic for you to screw me financially than for you to sleep with Rachel, in my opinion. Like legitimately, it's just so not you.
Yeah,
I don't think you're capable of.
I'd get kicked out of the cult because I'd kill myself if I
Sure, I just
stole
you're
money
not
from you.
It's not who you are, and that's one of the things I admire most about you. It's like you're so clearly like you and I. We disagree on a lot of things, and it's because morally we're such different people. It's so much more realistic that I would screw somebody than you.
That's why I'm in charge of the money. No,
correct.
No, I don't think you. Okay, last one.
Yep.
You're gonna give me top 3 movies of the year and top 3 moments of the year for you personally.
Fabulous moments in movies or TV.
No, just moments for you in your life.
Oh wow! Wow. Okay.
Oh, but we could do that too. That'd be...
All right. So top 3 movies of the year are clear. Mm-hmm. It's Ne Zha 2,
Sinners.
It's Sinners, and it's Thunderbolts.
Oh, okay.
That's clearly the top 3. That's
okay.
I don't know if you know this. Thunderbolts was my number 3 after I watched it the first time.
Yeah.
And now I've seen it 4 times in theaters. So, and then moments of the year
for you. Yeah.
Clearly in there is the Transformers moment.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm gonna do something business. Mm-hmm. We had an unbelievable week this week. We had the second biggest week of the podcast ever this week. Second only to the week that the Doomsday announcements. And that was just really justifying and gratifying. I don't talk about work that much on the podcast, so I'm going to do this for a little bit. Like, I don't know, our job, it's good when videos do well, and it's bad when they don't do well. And like every single Thunderbolts review video did crushed. And so that was like really like, we're killing it. And here's the results. And then, what's another one? The Captain America Brave New World premiere going with all the guys was just a freaking blast.
Nice.
So there you go. There's my top 3. That's your final question? Yeah, good. That was a great hot seat.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm putting 5 minutes on the clock for you.
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1. What's a superhero movie that you've forgotten about?
Well, how the frick am I supposed to answer that if I've forgotten about it?
To try and remember. Like, think about one and you're like, wow, I haven't thought about that movie in 20 years. Maybe you think MCU, maybe, I don't know.
There's not really a superhero. It's our job to think about superhero movies all the time. Mm-hmm. Is there like an animated one? I don't know. That's forgotten. I mean, for me, like all the X-Men movies, just because I don't remember any of them. Like literally,
that's a real answer.
But I know they're there. You know what I mean? And I've never seen the Fantastic Four movies, so those,
All right.
any of them.
What was the question you asked me? That was a really good question.
Overglazed movie in the last year?
Yeah. What do you think is the most overglazed movie of the last year? 365 days.
Some people were getting on to me for not liking Accountant 2 as much as I should have.
Yeah.
So, and my dad really liked it. So maybe.
Shout out, Dad.
You glazed Minecraft a little bit too much. Let's see. What was at the bottom of my list last year that people Mufasa maybe?
Did Mufasa get glazed? I think
A lot of people liked Mufasa.
I think our roommate Zach is the only person that liked Mufasa.
Well, he overglazes literally.
Have you
everything.
seen the Mufasa popcorn bucket? It's pretty cool.
Is it the Pride Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw it yesterday. I was like, whoa, that's cool.
The Substance.
Oh, that's number one. Andrew.
I understand the glaze. I understand why it got the glaze, but I personally just no.
And it's a bad movie. It doesn't make any sense.
There are parts of it that don't make sense, but yeah.
Love that. All right, you ready? I've got a fuck, marry, kill for you.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Fuck, marry, kill?
Yeah.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Ooh, okay, so let me think about it. I'm gonna F.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to kill the F word.
No.
You don't say it, though.
The usability, the versatility.
Versatility.
I just combined usability and versatility.
I don't think usability is a word, though.
Yes. Versatility and...
Versatility is a word. I don't think usability is a word.
Tina?
I think usefulness is a word.
Anyways, I'm going to kill, and I'm going to marry.
Solid.
Yeah.
I think I would F kill just because you need to kill somebody every once in a while, you know?
Mm-hmm. But then you're going to kill F?
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Maybe I do kill. I think you got it. All right, here's a real FMK.
Okay.
Fuck, marry, kill. Stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Chitauri.
Okay.
Death Eaters. So a horde of
weirdos.
bad guy henchmen.
I'm going to... Stormtroopers?
Yep.
Not clone troopers.
No, Stormtroopers.
I'm going to marry Stormtroopers.
Because they miss.
I was going to say because... Like, they're not going to betray me. They've already done the betraying, right? There's not another chip in their brain
cool.
that's going to make them cheat on me.
Gotcha.
Or something.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy if your, like, significant other had a chip in...
That made her cheat on you?
Yeah, and then, like, the plumber was like, execute order, and then she, like, slept with him.
69. It would be order 69.
Execute order 69, and she cheats on you.
Yeah.
You have to file for divorce. So I'm going to marry them because they're not aliens and gross. And good soldiers follow orders, and I'm gonna give that soldier some orders.
Okay,
you know
solid.
I mean? And then I'm gonna F Death Eaters because they're at least humans.
Solid.
Yeah.
And Chitauri are gross.
And Bellatrix is a Death Eater. Come on now.
And you know who else is a Death Eater? Narcissa.
Yeah.
Also bad.
Lucius Malfoy could also maybe get it in some scenarios. Tina, calm down.
Zach is... Because he's a gay icon,
correct.
Of course.
Chitauri are weird, and they got weird mouths, and they scream. I don't want that.
And they turn off if you blow up the ship.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm killing them.
All right.
With a nuke.
Solid. Are you more or less... Well, I didn't think he was going to be sitting in here for this. Are you more or less homophobic from living with Zach?
Okay, let's be very clear. I wasn't homophobic before, but probably more.
Yep.
Yeah, right?
Just having a gay person around really reminds you why they couldn't marry until 2010.
Okay, calm down. No, I mean, no. Zach's great. He's great. Is Zach the best gay guy you've ever met?
He is my favorite gay guy I've ever met. He's not... Yeah. There are a couple titles that he hasn't won, but he is my favorite.
Like what title?
Funniest gay guy I've ever met goes to a gentleman by the name of Hampton Keith. I went to gay camp with him.
Theater camp.
One of the funniest. Probably the funniest person I've ever met in my life.
No, yeah. Zach's great. Zach does nothing but make life better, so.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true.
Really? We love you, Zach.
We love you, Zach.
But we are slightly more homophobic living with you.
That's not true.
Did you enjoy school?
Yeah. Until college.
I can tell. You just loved going to school
Don't laugh
with
at
your
that.
books
He wrote that.
and your book bag.
No, it wasn't because of that. It was because
You had a great relationship with your teachers. You were a good kid. You were valedictorian of your high school. Mm-hmm. Obnoxious.
my bad. I'd be better at Jeopardy.
You're right, clearly. What was your valedictorian speech like? Did you talk about Avengers followed by The Greatest Showman?
No, but I'm pretty sure. I think I quoted Greatest Showman or something. Of
course you did.
It was pretty good. I think my speech was pretty good. I did a magic trick. I didn't give an F back in the day. I did whatever I wanted.
What magic trick was it?
So you know the little stringy things that you wear at graduation? They're like little tassels. There's a trick where you can take something and you can wrap it around your neck, and it looks like, and then you can like pull it through your neck. So I just used what I was wearing, and it was like a symbol for like we used to be in school, whatever. Now we're free. We can go do whatever we want.
Fun. Did you start it or did you end it?
That was the end.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's cool. All right, last question.
Okay.
What do you think about the marketing decision to just put the new Avengers everywhere over Thunderbolts after the movie being out for like 3 days?
It was more like a week, but it was still pretty early.
It wasn't a week. We saw it early. That's why you think it's a week.
Oh, really?
Yes. The movie came out on Thursday, and they started doing that on Sunday.
Whoa, I was wrong. I think it's a little spoilery. Mm-hmm. I think the movie was going to do well enough already. Like it wasn't that needed. I love it. I think it's great. I think that the fact that they had that all planned and the little Florence Pugh ripping it off and Marvel and them sending. We have the poster. They sent it to us. All that. I think it's great. I think it was smart. I think it's fun, especially because that's such a big part of Marvel culture and the movie and the comics and stuff like New Avengers. And we've been kind of waiting on something like that. So they should have done something with it. I think they just should have waited just a little bit longer.
Just a little bit longer,
yeah.
Right? But I do love it because the diehards are getting in week one, right? Mm-hmm. The diehards are getting in weekend one. It's just I feel bad for the people that were like waiting for Discount Tuesday or something. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, but, you know, now that's how you get the casuals. You know what I'm saying? Wow, the new Avengers.
Yeah.
That's how you get.
They sent it to us. I posted it on my story, and they had already done their version of it like 4 days prior. I was like, okay, so Marvel's posting it. I posted it. Dre responded. He's like, oh, so this is how I find out.
Whoa.
So I spoiled it for somebody.
So they're not even marketing it that much, clearly, for Dre to have not seen it. That's interesting.
Maybe.
Wow. All right. Well, there's Hot Seat. That was fun. Do you want to do a quick impromptu High-Low Buffalo?
If you want.
We don't have to. All right. Let's move on to what do you want to do? Do you want to do the best performances or do you want to do Phase 5?
Phase 5.
Great. You can start.
All right. Starting at the bottom?
Yeah.
This is my Phase 5 movie ranking.
Correct.
Because if it included other things we all know, it would be number 1.
Daredevil Born Again.
At the bottom, I'm putting Ant-Man Quantumania.
Yep.
Now, I was a little bit higher on this movie than most people. I don't think it absolutely sucks. People were like, this is the worst movie of all time. I don't think it's the worst movie of all time. CGI is not great. The story's not really there. Kang goes nowhere. I don't want to be a dick is a terrible line. Whatever the frick. But it was still fun. It was whatever. After that, I have Captain America: Brave New World. Mm-hmm. Also, same thing. Not the best. I was higher on it than most. I liked once the action and the mystery started getting started with the leader, and the Red Hulk stuff was fun, and some of the fight scenes, the one at the hand in the ocean was really good, and then the fight scene with Hulk at the end was really, really good. So there's good things in this movie, and I like that it tied all the way back to the second movie in the MCU, The Incredible Hulk. That was interesting, but still just not the best. This is the first one that I actually think is like pretty... We liked the Marvels. Marvels is my next one. It wasn't as good on rewatch. This is one of the only ones where I rewatched it and it was a little bit lower. But still with that, Iman Vellani as a star. She's hilarious. The relationship between the three ladies was really good. Some of the action was good. Obviously, the villain is forgettable, but that doesn't not get down enough for me. The cat scene was hilarious. There's just so many. It was just entertaining. The movie entertained me, and we have our heading. It's hilarious. We laughed a lot. At number 3, this is where it starts to get a little bit difficult because I could put 2 or 3. I could swap pretty easily. At 3, I have Thunderbolts. 1 is a pretty easy 1 for me, but I could easily switch this with my 2, which is Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine is just a little bit more fun. It's a little bit funnier. Thunderbolts is better in certain ways. Sticks the ending better. It's the plot and it's not as how do we describe Deadpool and Wolverine? Where it wasn't as not concise, but like it kind of felt...
Yeah, it's a mess.
It's a mess, yeah. Thunderbolts is not as much of a mess.
No.
But I also don't think it's as fun. I don't think Thunderbolts is as funny as or as funny as Deadpool and Wolverine. So Deadpool and Wolverine is just more fun, so I gave it this slight edge, but Thunderbolts is better than Deadpool and Wolverine a little bit. So that's Thunderbolts is 3, Deadpool and Wolverine is 2, and then obviously number 1 is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy 3, pretty clearly for me. Yeah.
You don't have anything you want to say about Guardians 3 real quick?
P9813.
All right.
Is my goat.
All right. So, before
do I need to reach in there? And you've had some
phlegm issues today.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry for our audio listeners. I'll try and move away from the mic. I'll get into my ranking of the Phase 5 films in the MCU. And number 6, same as you, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. But when we watched that movie, I was lower on it than you. I think I gave it a 5 out of 10, and I'm sure if I rewatched it, I think I'd be worse on it. It's not a great movie. At 5th place, a movie that I do like, especially on rewatch, is Captain America: Brave New World, same as you. Like you said, the action sequences, I really like the Red Hulk fight, and I think everybody would have liked that movie a whole lot more if Red Hulk wasn't in any of the marketing, and it was a surprise. And number 4, here's where our lists really start being different. I've got Deadpool and Wolverine. Just the messiness of it bothered me a whole lot more than it bothered you. You were like, it's a beautiful mess, I love it, whatever. And I was just like, yeah, the mess took me out of it. And where movies, you'll really learn this for me. For you, it's a big thing about sticking the landing. And obviously I need a movie to have a good ending. But if you entertain me straight through the first hour, you can kind of excuse a subpar or lesser ending for me, and I'll enjoy a movie a lot because, and for me, 2 of the worst scenes in Deadpool and Wolverine are directly after the opening. The opening's amazing with the bye bye bye, it's perfect. But I hate the scene in the apartment with the friends, and I don't like the Jon Favreau scene either, where it's like, those 2 scenes are at the very start of the movie where it really loses me early. So that's a big critique. At number 3, I have the Marvels. We're really high on the Marvels. Fun ride the entire time. Yeah, the villain, who cares? I didn't care about Ronan the Accuser either. I just think the Marvels is great. I could say a million positives about it. And when I rewatched it, I wasn't lower on it. My 2 and 1 are very close. I thought I was going to go Thunderbolts at 1. So I did my homework. I rewatched Guardians 3 on the plane last night. And through the entire movie, I was ready. I was like, yeah, Thunderbolts is number 1. And I'll talk about some of those positives right now. And then the ending scene comes in. And it's the dancing. And they all, the I love you guys. And then everybody is just dancing together. And it's dog days are over. I was a basket case on that plane. I cried in the rocket scene because everybody cries in the rocket scene. And I cried in that scene. Guardians 3 is number 1. Thunderbolts is number 2. No disrespect to Thunderbolts. It's probably a more competently made movie. It's Guardians 3 is a little messy. It's a little bit the better version of Endgame for me. Where it's like, it is messy. There's a lot of stuff. Age of Ultron? One of the big critiques of Age of Ultron is they were trying to set up too much for the future. You have the tree scene where they're chopping, where Tony and Cap is arguing, setting up Civil War. You have to set up Ragnarok with the weird Selvig Thor scene. You're doing just a little bit too much. You have the Red Room stuff with Black Widow. It's a little too much. Guardians 3 does that a little too much with the Mantis and Mantis trying to get Peter to go home, and then the Drax with the dad stuff. You had to set up endings for all these characters, and so I think throughout the movie I'm like, you're losing me a little bit here and there, but it doesn't matter. The ending is so good, it's so emotional, it's so wonderful. James Gunn is a freaking maestro. We're so excited for Superman. Guardians 3 is 1, but Thunderbolts is a hell of a 2nd place. There's my Phase 5 ranking.
I'm with that. I like that you put Guardians 3 number 1. I think it deserves it. I really do.
It's so wonderful. It is. It's just...
Don't be rash.
Oh, and it's so
funny.
It's so funny. There's so many good jokes. I forgot how
First F word.
hilarious. I laughed out loud, even though I knew it was
Open the
coming.
effing door.
It's so funny. Push the button. Okay, now what do I do?
Now what?
Open the fucking door.
Yeah.
Hilarious. I forgot how funny Mantis and Drax are in that movie together. There's that great scene where she's like, "You're hopelessly in love with him," and he's like, "Hi, what's your name?" And he's like, "Drax the Destroyer." Oh, that's a really beautiful name. Like, that's hilarious.
Yeah. I think that's one of the problems we have with Guardians too. I think the comedy between Drax and Mantis is better in Guardians 3, but they were really trying to make it funny in Guardians 2, and it wasn't as funny as it could have been.
You're cooking. I think you're right.
But that scene where she touches him and then starts crying is really good in Guardians 2.
That is good.
That is a good scene.
And he's just sitting there.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's a really good scene. There are good scenes in Guardians too.
Yeah, but the overall.
Yeah. Just loses us in between.
Yeah. But that's good. All right, there you go. What do you give for scores for all these movies? Have your scores changed? Because all of these movies have been reviewed on the podcast. Isn't that fun?
Yeah. Because they've all come out since the podcast.
Yeah.
So I gave Captain America Brave New World like
a 7.
A 7. I think I could bump that down to a 6.5. Same thing with Quantumania. I think I gave it a 7. I could give it a 6 or a 6.5. Marvels, I think, is staying at an 8. Thunderbolts, Deadpool, and Wolverine, Guardians 3 is all staying where it was.
Yeah, so 8 for Thunderbolts and then 8 for Thunderbolts, 8.5 for Deadpool and Wolverine, 9 for Guardians 3.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go, I'm at a 5 for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. I won't move it down until I rewatch it, so 5. I'm at a 7 or an 8 for Brave New World. I'm at a 7 for Deadpool Wolverine. I'm at an 8 for the Marvels. I'm moving Thunderbolts up to a 9, and I'm moving Guardians 3 up to a 9.
Wow. I'm glad people like Thunderbolts so much.
I've seen it 4 times. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. I think it's so rewatchable. I just have a blast watching. That first hour, I'm telling you, man, is so tight. I think every joke works for me, and they work for me on rewatch. The 4th time I saw it, I went the other night, and you have the great scene in the vault. Well, so what are we looking for exactly? We're looking for not stupid questions, Bob. Hilarious. Like,
are you laughing out loud at these?
Mm-hmm. Every time.
I don't think I laughed out loud a bunch.
Oh,
but like in the Marvels, I remember like leaning forward in my chair.
I don't
and
have any leaning forward, like coughing up blood, laughing moments.
Well, I would hope not. That's kind of unhealthy.
Yeah, that would be a little extreme. I think I've only done that once. That's for the Williamsburg Bank building. Just kidding.
If you coughed up blood laughing at that, I would quit the podcast.
That's a little obnoxious and extreme.
So is laughing up blood at a joke that's not funny.
It's very funny.
Just kidding.
Best performance.
Let's do it.
I'll read them. You'll read them. What do you want to do?
You can go back and forth.
All right. What's the best performance of Cillian Murphy's career? 3, 2, 1.
Peaky Blinders.
I knew you were going to say that. I'm going to go Inception.
Yeah, you really like his Inception performance.
I think that's my favorite performance from an actor other than Andy Serkis as Caesar.
That's so interesting.
It carries the movie. Like, that movie does not work without an earth-shatteringly good Cillian Murphy performance. It doesn't. And it's one of my 10 favorite movies of all time. And that movie, like, you take Cillian, like, if Cillian Murphy's performance is even slightly worse, that movie goes from like a 9.5 out of 10 to like a 5. I'm not lying.
The movie just said what I said earlier was obnoxious. That's obnoxious.
No. That's hinges obnoxious. On that performance, and people underrate that. That's not. No, it
doesn't hinge completely. There's a very important scene with him and his dad at the end.
Yes,
and I think it makes the heist work better and everything.
Yeah,
but like to say that like if it was a different actor or if he didn't act it that well, the movie would drop 4.5 points.
I really do.
There are plenty of things in Inception that make it a 9 out of 10 that aren't that one performance from Cillian Murphy. I'm not saying it's a bad performance. I think it's a great performance, and I do think it's important to the story. But like, it's not a 4-point difference.
But you need to stick that landing, and they stick it so perfectly.
I'd still give that movie like an 8 or an 8.5 if that scene wasn't.
But you're underrating. You're underrating his performance throughout the movie. In the dream where they're in the bar and Leo is telling him he's in a dream, his performance needs to be so solid in that scene for us to buy what's going on. I'm telling you. And his reaction where he's like, I'm just going to kill myself because that's just going to make me wake up. All that, like, he is. I think he's earth-shatteringly good in that movie.
Yeah, I really like him in Peaky Blinders. Obviously, he's good in Oppenheimer. Like, that's the one we aren't saying for some reason.
Yep, he won the Oscar.
Yeah, so that's probably the correct answer. But, I like Peaky Blinders quite a lot.
But he carries...
Why won't anyone effing listen to me?
Yeah, there's a lot of great moments in Peaky Blinders. There's, in Oppenheimer, though, he carries that movie, right? Every scene he's in or something. Like, it's a crazy feat as an actor. But I think he gives better performances in Peaky Blinders than Inception, period. Even though Oppenheimer, yeah, it's like an achievement or whatever. Next one, Angela Bassett. 3, 2, 1.
I'm giving her Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, me too. Do you think she should have won the Oscar over Jamie Lee Curtis and Everything Everywhere? And Everything Everywhere is one of your favorite movies of all
I know.
time.
I wasn't mad at anything Everything Everywhere won. I was happy that they won everything. But if I could choose one thing that they shouldn't have won, it would have been that one. I would have been totally fine with that.
And you think it should have gone to her in Wakanda Forever? Mm-hmm. She's incredible.
I am the most...
Is it the best performance in the MCU?
Is it better than RDJ? No, right? No.
Acting performance, just like acting, it might be, but like you should give it to Robert Downey Jr. for the body of work.
Correct.
But she's incredible in that movie.
Michael Jordan as Killmonger
really
is good.
Christian Bale as Gore is very good.
He's good. I mean, technically Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. And technically Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Mm-hmm, you have to count those two now. Mm-hmm. Tom Holland as Spider-Man, I'd give it to her. But, he's good as Spidey.
Yeah.
No, it's up there. If we're talking like one performance in one movie and not a body of work, it's up there.
She's incredible. Yeah, I think I'm with you. I think she deserved the Oscar. I think Jamie Lee Curtis was the third deserving in that category. I would have given it to Stephanie Hsu from Everything Everywhere.
Yeah, because she was in the same category.
Correct.
Right, yeah. No.
I think she's a bit better than Jamie Lee Curtis as Jobu Tupaki in Everything Everywhere.
You saying that right there made me want to go watch this. I want to turn these cameras off and go watch Everything Everywhere.
Have I told you the moment in that movie that made me realize that it was going to be the best movie I've ever seen in my life?
You've mentioned before, but tell me again.
I love talking about it, so I'm just going to say it again. Because I was watching it and I was like, oh, this is a good movie. And I saw it before everybody, so I hadn't heard that it was the masterpiece the way that everybody else was talking about it. Because I saw it before everybody else. It's the scene where she changes universes and she goes like, dunk, 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 dunk.
Boom, and then puts the bottle down.
Unbelievable.
That's one of my favorites. It's so satisfying.
When that happened, I was like, this is a masterpiece. And then from then on, it's one of the best movies you'll ever see.
It's so good. Have you seen it? Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. I mean, the rocks and the
rocks.
laundry and taxes with you and oh my gosh.
There's so much symbolism throughout the movie. Watch it again of like you can see the bagel.
Yep.
It's so good.
So good.
Number 3.
Yep.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Interstellar.
I knew you were going to say that.
That's on this list twice, by the way.
Oh, I'm happy for you. I'm going to give it to the role he won the Oscar for. I'm going to go Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
He's really good in Dallas. Have you seen Dallas Buyers Club? Yeah,
I've seen the pictures. Isn't another one where he's like super skinny?
Yeah. He's really good in Dallas Buyers Club. I don't know. I'm maybe on the train of maybe the Oscar was a tad undeserved based on who he was against, who is also in here. But we'll talk about that when we get to them. But Matthew McConaughey is excellent in Interstellar. I have no problem with you saying that. I have my criticisms of Interstellar. He is not one of them. He is incredible in that movie. And I think if you saw Dallas Buyers Club, I still think you would go Interstellar.
Probably. I'm a little biased.
Yeah.
But no, that's a good pick. And we said we did this on the Patreon, and we said on the Patreon, I mean, we need to watch more movies. So there's plenty. We'll say this at the end, but we want to hear your answers to all of these.
Yes.
Because there's so many movies that these people have been in that we have not seen.
Yes, Angela Bassett's a great example of that.
Yeah, I think I looked her up, and I was like, yeah, I've seen
a couple of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita Nyong'o. Yes. 3, 2, 1.
Us.
Oh, great answer. You know, I've never seen Us.
Oh, she's good.
I've heard. I'm going to go her Oscar-winning role for 12 Years a Slave. Mm-hmm. She's really wonderful in that movie.
I want to honorable mention, it's animated, her as the wild robot.
Yes, that was my second place.
It was really good.
She's so good. But I did want to go with it. I mean, she's just incredible in 12 Years a Slave. It's her opposite Chiwetel Ejiofor. I just like, they have a couple scenes together where it's just like, she's just acting circles around everybody. It's incredible. And that was her first like real role. Mm-hmm. Good for her.
Nailed it.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, this one's really, really tough.
Yeah.
You could pick like 5 and it would all be fine.
Of course. So, what's Leonardo DiCaprio's best performance? You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I did Django Unchained.
So did I.
Wow.
I want to give second place to Wolf of Wall Street. And
that's what I was thinking of.
I would have given him the Oscar for Wolf of Wall Street over Matthew McConaughey and Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
The reason I go Django, maybe the reason you go Django, it's just so different for him.
Yeah.
And he's so good.
And he fits into that world and the characters around him perfectly.
Perfect.
Where it all smooths out. And it's not like he's sticking out like a Thor thumb. He fits it well.
It's not weird seeing him say the N-word.
Yeah, he does that really well.
Because he's so good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can clearly know he's done it before.
Exactly.
No. Have you heard about where he was like, didn't want to say it on set, and Samuel L. Jackson was like,
"You're offending me by not saying it." Yeah. Like a great example is Tom Hanks, one of the best actors of all time.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks couldn't have done that role.
No.
In Leo, we're so used to him playing a certain kind of role. Django is not that certain kind of role. He's incredible.
Do you think Titanic should be up there? Titanic was like my number 2 or 3.
I haven't seen Titanic, so I couldn't say that. But my understanding is he's just hot in Titanic. Yeah, I like him in Catch Me If You Can a lot. That one's up there for me. I mean, yeah, there are a bunch of. I mean, The Departed.
He's also in Inception. He's in Shutter Island. He's good in all of these.
He doesn't carry Inception acting wise the same way that Cillian does.
Yeah, the side character.
Tom Hardy is a side character. Cillian Murphy is the main antagonist.
The dreams are the main. Maul is the main antagonist.
Yeah, she kind of is.
Anne Hathaway.
Yes, I know your answer.
Yep,
You already spoiled it. 3, 2, 1.
Interstellar.
I'm going Les Mis. She did win the Oscar for Les Mis. I'm getting a lot of Oscar-winning roles on here.
Yeah.
She's incredible in Les Mis. I'm very critical of that movie. I'm not critical of her. She's unbelievable. She's got like 2 minutes of screen time and she steals the show. She sings I Dreamed a Dream fantastically and her acting is unbelievable. But obviously she's incredible in Interstellar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's the love speech from her. That's great.
Do you think she's good as Catwoman?
Yes, but I wouldn't put it in top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the Disney movie that she started on?
Princess Diaries.
Princess Diaries.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's also good, underrated, Ella Enchanted.
Oh, is that her? Mm-hmm. Is that the one where like anyone can tell her what to do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Mm-hmm. Throwback.
I loved that movie as a child.
Me too. I was like, this is so unfair. As a kid, I was so upset for
There's
her.
a train scene where he's like, stay put. And she can't move and the train's coming. Loved it. Timothée Chalamet. What's the best acting performance of his career?
Now that you can finally watch his movies?
I've seen 3.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Dune 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my honorable mention was actually Wonka. I think he does really good job in Wonka. Right. It's a goofy, fun movie, but he plays the goofy funness well, and the songs are fun. But yeah, Dune 2 are both great. I know, what's he in with? Is it Beautiful Boy? What's that movie that he's in?
With Steve Carell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
He's incredible in Dune 2. He's nothing short of incredible in Dune 2.
Yeah, no. His speech at the end.
The speeches, every line he sells,
Silence!
Oh, he's incredible.
Wish I could do that to you.
I wish I could do it to you.
Idris Elba.
I wish I could do it to Timothée Chalamet.
Idris Elba.
Yeah. 3. Oh, I want a movie here. Not a role.
Right. We've done movies the whole time.
I know. I'm just making sure we're on the same page.
We've been on the same page for 8 of them so far.
All right.
7.
3. All right. What's the best Idris Elba performance? 3, 2, 1.
Suicide Squad.
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
I looked at. I have not seen him in a lot. The only things I've seen him in are like
the Marvel movies,
big block, Marvel's Fast and Furious, Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So
I went Infinity War.
I mean, him as Heimdall is.
That's his best performance as Heimdall. Is in Infinity War. He's barely in it, but he is fabulous.
He has one line, and it's good. You don't think he's good in the first Thor?
He was good in the first Thor, but I think he's best in Infinity War.
I think he's better in the first Thor.
All right.
Because you get him talking a little bit more, and you get him confronting Loki at the end.
Yeah.
Where he's like, or Loki's like, I've relieved you of your position. He's like, okay. And then he just swings on him. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But no, I also...
He is great in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
He's so funny. And
Yeah.
so
The comedy back and forth with the rest of his team. That's your mom. I thought he really nailed the comedy in the movie. That's why I gave it to him. Zootopia is my honorable mention. He's really good as the
Ox. He's the
Ox
police
guy. Yeah.
commissioner. The line that always sticks with me from the Suicide Squad is the back and forth with John Cena when they're having the kill off, and then and he's like smaller bullets, and he's like this that. And he's like show off, and it's like it's not showing off when it's badass as fuck, and it just cuts to Idris Elba. Fuck, he's right. It's so funny. That's
such
funny.
a good movie. Is that top 10 superhero movies of all time?
It is for you. It's your favorite DC movie.
I mean, yeah. That's not a high bar, but...
You have it over The Dark Knight.
Do I?
Mm-hmm. Till you rewatch The Dark Knight.
Shout out me. Ballsy choice, Andrew. All right, next.
Rebel Wilson.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Pitch Perfect?
Bridesmaids.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen her in much at all.
That's fair. She's got this great scene in Bridesmaids where she gets a tattoo on her back, and it's
Tramp stamp?
It's really ugly. It's like it was like done very poorly, and it's just she's like pouring frozen peas on her back. It's a funny physical comedy scene, but yeah, not much great from her.
No, you don't think?
No.
Pitch Perfect is great. You don't like Pitch
Do
Perfect?
you think Fat Amy is comedy gold?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
But, what are we going to do? Number 10.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep.
Who many people consider the best actor or actress of all time.
Yeah.
Most Oscar nominations by far. She's got like 50.
That's a lot.
Yep. 3, 2, 1.
Devil Wears Prada.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as Leo. It's different for her, and she's so good at it.
Yeah. And didn't she win something for that? Or
I
that's
don't think so.
like
She
her
was
most
nominated.
that's her most like people are like Meryl Streep, well, have you seen Devil Wears Prada?
She's so good.
Honorable mention, did you know she's Mrs. Fox in Fantastic Mr. Fox?
I didn't.
So
Good for her.
I like that one.
She was nominated for an Oscar for Into the Woods. I wanted to say she's terrible in Into the Woods, along with everybody else in Into the Woods, because that movie
Gasp.
sucks.
Gasp.
One of the worst movie musicals of all time.
Unlike
Wicked.
Wicked.
Banger.
Banger. We never talked about me meeting Elphaba.
Yeah, how was that?
It was a lot of fun.
Did you sleep with her? Damn.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, we've got the same answer, guaranteed.
No way.
3, 2, 1.
Nightcrawler. I love you. Kiss me now.
It's factually correct.
It's so good.
He's got great performances.
That was me with the camera, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
Not a giant penis that you're shoving in your eye.
In my eye? Why would I? First of all, who is this?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, I'm putting Shaquille O'Neal's penis in my eyeball?
Yep.
What a way to go.
That'd be tough.
But Nightcrawler's great.
He's unbelievable. And he's got a lot of great performances. He's great in Zodiac.
Oh my gosh, I think every one of his performances is amazing. I think he's great in Prisoners.
Yes,
I
he's
think,
great. He's great in everything. But
what's that movie where he's just the ambulance guy? Guilty? Whatever the frick?
Yep.
That was the first time where I was like, this guy's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
He's even good as, Mysterio.
Donnie Darko is one of the favorite movies of all time of one of my dearest friends. He's incredible in Donnie Darko. He's great in literally every movie he's in, but he just took it to another gear for Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler, in my opinion, is the biggest male Best Actor Oscar snub ever.
He didn't.
He wasn't nominated.
Oh, yeah. See, this is why I don't care.
And it's the same thing with, you ready for my biggest Oscar snub for a female lead actress? You ready? You're going to agree with me
I'm going to crash out.
You're going to agree with me here. Wasn't nominated. Toni Collette, Hereditary.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
What are we doing? Those are two of the
It's
best.
just now become a rule that they have to watch the movies
Yeah.
that are nominated.
Those are two of the best performances, of
The last 10 years,
the century.
20 years, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Nightcrawler's amazing. I mean, every time he's at the end where he's manipulated that guy into the crash, that scene where he's like threatening that woman into sleeping with him.
It's all good.
That scene isn't morally good.
It's good acting.
There you go. Yeah, no, he's one of my favorites. So,
Yep. And then the next two, we actually did these on the Patreon.
Yep.
But you wanted to just...
I wanted to re-highlight them.
Yeah, of course. So let's go. You want to...
Rachel McAdams.
Yeah. Our favorite working actress.
3, 2, 1.
About Time.
It's in my Letterboxd top 4.
Yep.
Everyone should watch it.
Yes.
She's adorable.
Yep.
Throughout that movie. She's adorable with Domhnall Gleeson. Domhnall Gleeson's adorable.
Yep.
Everything about that movie is adorable, amazing, and great.
Yep.
And as soon as she comes on, she's just a little bright light, and she keeps that up the whole movie.
Yep.
Yeah. She's the perfect person to go along with Dom in that movie.
I couldn't agree more, and I just want to highlight some honorable mentions because
Sure.
you just said everything you needed to say about Time. Mean Girls, she is a perfect Regina George and completely opposite performance of About Time, which is just shows her range. And then obviously The Notebook.
Yeah.
Which is the quintessential romance movie for me. I know it's got poor reviews. I don't give a fuck. It's so
Everybody loves The Notebook.
good and sad and sappy, and I don't care. And she's wonderful in that.
Yeah.
And she and Ryan Gosling have such good chemistry that it sells the ending, which is so sad. You know?
Do you think they have better chemistry than Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling in Crazy Stupid Love? It's tough. It's tough. Ryan Gosling just has chemistry by himself.
I'm gonna tell you something, and I think you're gonna be upset with me. I think Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone have more chemistry in La La Land than they do in Crazy Stupid Love.
That's fine.
Does that really upset you?
No,
that
no,
much?
that's
They're
fine.
both nominated
That's
for
fine.
Oscars.
That's fine. That's fine.
Instead of Toni Collette in Hereditary. I know. Devastating. Yeah. They've got a lot of chemistry.
Last one.
J.K. Simmons.
This one's tough.
The GOAT. There's a top 3.
Yeah, no, okay. So, all right, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Spider-Man. So, the one of the correct answers here is Whiplash. That's
Correct.
obviously our number 2.
He won the Oscar.
Right? He's incredible.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
in this instant in time,
Yeah.
in this moment in time, you just got to look at the body of work. You got to look at a character that's been brought to life in the most perfect way possible.
Yeah.
And I had to give the flowers to the nerd community
Yeah.
and J. Jonah Jameson. It's so fun to watch him in that. Like,
It's page to screen
perfection.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's honestly, is it harder? With Fletcher, the teacher from Whiplash, that's creating a new character, right? He can do what he wants with that.
Yeah.
And this is Damien Chazelle's directing debut, and J.K. Simmons is J.K. fucking Simmons. He's the face of the Farmers Only commercials, right? He can do whatever, and he's the yellow M&M. He can do whatever he wants. When J.K. Simmons in the early 2000s with Sam Raimi taking a character from page to screen and does it, that is, in my opinion, I've said this on the podcast before, that is the best acting in any superhero movie ever. That is the best performance in any superhero movie ever.
Generational.
It's so good that we have yet to get another J. Jonah Jameson. Tasm was too scared. He's in an email.
Yeah. Yeah. And if they ever do it, it's going to be like, that poor guy. That poor guy.
He's every J. Jonah Jameson in Spider-Verse. Because who else?
Yeah, who else?
Who else can you get?
Yeah. It's, yeah. I just, it would have felt wrong not to put that number 1. But Whiplash is obviously amazing, and then your number 3 is going to be his
Omni-Man in Invincible.
voice acting.
Yeah.
He's great in, he's great in he's also in Zootopia.
Yep.
He's obviously Kung Fu Panda 3,
Yep,
Kai,
yep.
which is amazing.
Yep.
Um,
He's in a lot of franchises.
he's in just a lot. He's in Klaus.
Yeah.
He's Santa.
Yeah,
right? He was in Juror number 2 last year. He was
Yep,
good in that.
yep.
He's been in a lot of,
He's the GOAT.
yeah.
And with that, that's our conclusion for best performance. So the Patreon's already gotten a full segment of that, and they told us that they wanted to see more. You guys let us know if you want to see more. By the way, if you're not subscribed here on YouTube, please make sure you're subscribed. It does really
Subscribe, turn on the bell.
really help us out.
Follow us on Instagram for more up to date. Join the Discord. We got like 4,000 people in there now. We're doing watch parties. We're doing stuff with the Patreon. Fun stuff.
A lot of fun stuff.
And we're gonna do we're almost done here. We're gonna do a few agree or disagrees, and then we're gonna do the rest of them on the Patreon.
Correct.
So that'll be on Friday's episode. All right.
You ready?
Yep.
John Walker is stronger than Steve Rogers.
3, 2, one.
Some discourse online about it.
Yeah, because he did that jump.
Yes.
You don't think Steve could have done that?
I'm just going to bring up the arguments from the internet because I don't know how well versed you are on this. The big argument is the jump. We never see Steve do anything like that. And another thing is, Steve is where Steve is at physically in Captain America 1, right? He's a little guy, really skinny, not very capable physically. When John Walker was peak human pre-serum. And there is an argument to be made that the Flag Smasher serum is stronger than the Erskine serum because the Flag Smashers are able to subdue Bucky, who, is obviously ridiculously strong multiple times in Falcon Winter Soldier. So that is the argument. That being said, Steve Rogers is Steve Rogers. He stops the Infinity Gauntlet for like 2 seconds. He throws the shield. I just think he has better feats. We haven't seen John Walker do anything that's crazy strong. We've seen Captain America hold a helicopter.
Yeah.
Like it's...
He had big biceps in that scene.
The shirt was 2 sizes too small to especially accent those.
That was just right.
Those are the decisions that the Russo brothers make.
This is
That's why
they
make the best
This is
MCU
why they're the
movies.
goats. They choose the right shirt sizes for Chris Evans.
Correct. So yeah, Steve Rogers is stronger.
To be determined, I guess.
Until we see
him in a tiny little shirt fighting a helicopter, I'm not going to say that he's better.
You're right.
I'm sorry.
Right. And frankly, if I love Wyatt Russell and I think he's excellent as John Walker, but I'd be embarrassed seeing him try and hold a helicopter down.
Yeah. What, holding his little taco shield? Get out of here.
Get out of here. Wicked for Good will be better than Wicked Part 1. The reason I'm doing this, you did just recently watch
The play?
the play.
Let me just start saying mad spoilers.
Yeah, please don't spoil anything for our audience that hasn't seen it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I love you.
It's the only reason being the first one was a 10 out of 10. So it's going to be so hard for it to be better. But if we're talking like story-wise and no spoilers, it has a chance. It obviously has a chance, but I'm just not going to assume that something is going to be more peak than the peak that we already got.
I find the first half of the show significantly more compelling and interesting than the second half. You disagree?
Well, I've only seen it once,
and
it was kind of confusing. But my main takeaway was, whether it was the first half or the second half, I think the movie's going to do it better because the movie did the first half way better.
Way better.
So, yes, maybe the second half was a little bit more confusing and not as compelling, but I think it will be way less confusing and way more compelling in the movie.
Yep.
So it has a chance.
Interesting.
I just cooked.
You did. You cooked. AI is bad. Sorry, getting on my soapbox. I'm pushing my agendas forward. 3, 2, 1.
It depends on the context, obviously.
ChatGPT uses so much energy that the U.S. is literally reversing course on coal and gas usage to make up for it.
So do cars. You use cars all the time.
In
There's
Santa
always
Clara,
an argument.
for example, data centers use 60% of the entire city's electricity. ChatGPT uses 1 to 3 bottles of water for cooling every query that you put into it. This is fresh water which is evaporated and eventually mostly returns to the ocean, effectively removing a lot of it from our already dwindling freshwater supply on the planet. It also consumes 17,000 more times electricity than the average American home. The AI boom wastes so much electricity that we are very immediately risking U.S. cities to having rolling blackouts just to keep up with the energy demands as early as next year. Gen AI's water usage is projected to hit 6.6 billion meters cubed by 2027. Cars do not do that. Thank you very much. Also, it's anti-art. AI is bad. Stop using AI. Stop using ChatGPT. Don't make yourself a little Studio Ghibli image. Don't do any of that. It's bad for the environment, and it's bad for people, and it's bad for artists. Stop it.
Why do you use AI to caption our videos?
Is that what that is?
What do you think it is?
I use the non-AI feature on the Captions app.
There's a little button that you can switch that says no AI.
I'll show you. I'm sure it does use AI to do it. But, right, you click on a video, and then you do it. And then it's like, add captions, and then you have the AI edit, which is a different thing. And then, right, so that's a different tab. This is manual edit.
I think AI just adds more things, that tab. But
I'm sure. I'm sure. And there are plenty of things like medicine where AI is responsible for breakthroughs, where it like it does the trajectory and it's like, oh, this drug is going to do this many trials and this and that. That's good. But AI, the way it's been generally used lately, which is like making yourself a Studio Ghibli image or, putting, Adolf Hitler in a Florida Panthers jersey or making Donald Trump wear...
You'd be fine with that if it was a 49ers jersey, though.
No, I wouldn't. Just draw it. Or Photoshop it poorly. Those are funnier.
So why don't we hire someone to do the captions?
We do pay for the app. No, yeah.
The AI app?
Yeah.
That's causing energy to be used?
You're cooking. I've just always used it, and that was 2023, and AI was different then.
Well, AI is always going to be different. That's part of, like, technological evolution. Mm-hmm. People were saying, like, the same things about technology 40 years ago. Mm-hmm. Like phones and the fact that they're...
Radiation.
And kids are making them in sweatshops in China that's... poisoning our ozone layer, and those are still all problems, but everyone uses iPhones.
Yeah, you're right.
You use an iPhone.
Yeah.
I agree with you on the art thing, like, especially big studios should. This is something we need to be careful with. Obviously, there are a bunch of negatives. I just think there's also a bunch of positives with AI, and with any new technology, there's going to be both. So you just need to be careful with it. But I'm not, that's why I said agree and disagree. I think there's positives and negatives. I'm not ready to paint one in black and white, paint it in black and white either way. Can I do one?
Yeah.
This will probably be the last one, unless you want to do one more. We can do one more each. You good with that? Phineas and Ferb's intro is better than the Teen Titans intro. I've got a couple follow-ups. 3, 2, 1. Trash. No. 104 Days of Summer Vacation.
I think 104 Days of Summer Vacation is wonderful. It's a wonderfully constructed song, and it's very catchy. And it fits the vibe of the show. I could say a million positives about the Phineas and Ferb theme song, but I am in the opinion that the Teen Titans theme song is top 10 theme songs for a show all time.
Well, I think Phineas and Ferb is top 10 theme songs.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Phineas and Ferb's intro is better than X-Men 97.
Oh, Andrew.
3, 2, 1.
No.
Yep. Phineas and Ferb's intro is better than Daredevil.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I'll give you that one.
Okay, great. Well, you're 1 for 3.
The X-Men 97 one I can't give you.
They're all peak.
Is so iconic.
Yeah, so is 104 Days of Summer Vacation.
Yes, but
like giving a monkey a shower, brother.
Yeah. I know all the words.
Making a theme song. Great.
Can you do all the words without like having it playing? Can you do it right now?
Probably not.
Oh. It's 104 days of summer vacation, and school comes along just to end it. So the annual problem for our generation is finding a good way to spend it. Like maybe building a rocket or
fighting a mummy
or fighting a mummy or
climbing up the Eiffel
Tower, discovering something that doesn't exist, or giving a monkey a shower, surfing tidal waves, creating nanobots, and locating Frankenstein's brain. It's over here.
Fighting a dodo bird,
creating... I know the next one is driving our sister insane, but what's that one?
Bird, painting a continent, or driving our sister
insane.
As you can see, there's a whole lot of stuff to do
That's
before school starts this fall. So stick with us, cause Phineas and Ferb are gonna do it all. Stick with us, cause Phineas and Ferb are gonna do it. Mom! Phineas and Ferb are making a title sequence.
It's good.
Peak. Can't be peak if you haven't watched the show in, 10 years and you still remember it? Just saying.
It's a good argument.
Although, I could sing the Teen Titans one too. All right, one more for you. Teen Titans, go! But that's all that one is, really, isn't it? No, there's a lot in it. There's a lot in that one. That's a great song.
This is a long one. Should I do maybe a shorter one? This
one, do a short one.
Talking for
we'll do the long one on the Patreon.
That'll be the first one on the Patreon. All right. Here we go. I would go to school at Hogwarts.
3, 2, 1.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude. Kill me.
I don't care about the Death Eaters.
Paralyze.
I don't care about the Basilisk.
Paralyze me with the Basilisk.
I don't care about the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Suck my soul out. Talking about the Death Eaters, not Hermione.
Dementors.
Yep.
But
Dementors,
I'm sorry about Hermione.
No, stop it. No. I don't care about the werewolves. I don't care about the centaurs.
I don't care that Snape's a dick. I want to be in potions class.
Don't care about the mandrakes.
I want to do defense against the dark arts, Expelliarmus. I
Don't
want to do
care.
all of it.
The only one I care about, Dolores Umbridge, but I'm going Fred and George on her.
ASS.
Yeah, throwing some fireworks in the air.
I'm knocking down all those plaques on that wall.
Frick your cats.
Frick her cats.
Yeah. No, it'd be an adventure.
So much fun. And underrated. Hogwarts uniforms are good.
They're cute.
Right,
The
you got the
robes?
suit and tie and the sweater and then the robe. Are you
Quidditch?
shitting me? Oh, forget about it. I wouldn't be able to play Quidditch, but I would. You better believe I'd be betting on it.
Yeah, you'd run like a secret.
Be all over that.
Yeah,
the
Fred-
over under for Gryffindor to get the snitch. Are you shitting me?
And how many people really die?
Not that many.
Until the end, until book 7.
Yeah, the Battle of Hogwarts. A lot of people die.
I'll take a vacation on book 7.
Exactly.
Right, I'll stay home.
Lavender Brown gets eaten by Fenrir Greyback.
Does she really?
Yeah, she gets eaten.
And Cedric Diggory. My boy! Yeah, he gets effed up.
Well, a lot of people die in the last one.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm not saying the last one.
separating
Before
the
then,
last one. Yeah,
some
who
people
dies?
get paralyzed, but they come back.
Yeah, they come back because of the mandrakes.
Right. And then Cedric Diggory.
Cedric dies. Sirius dies, but he's not a student.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
Order of the Phoenix, the film came out in like 2008.
Dumbledore dies, but he wanted to.
Dumbledore dies, but he wanted to.
Yeah, I can't even. Who are we missing?
Like students, I can't
Like
think of any
Cho
other
Chang,
student
didn't
death.
she like brushed a necklace that was.
It's not Cho Chang, it's a different Asian girl. You're a racist.
Ooh, no.
Yep.
And that's it for this episode.